probably a little close for your long lens there. Right over here. Okay. Now these falcons will throw everything they can at us. Anything the falcons can think agile that might help them. So just in the same way that a magpie, a spurwing plover or something like that, which you may well see chasing the harriers, falcons do exactly the same. And they look, they attack. Now while she's on the ground there, she keeps a good eye out up in the air and on the ground for potential threats. These birds are the masters of disguise. Nothing flies faster than falcons. But at the same time, they are vulnerable. On the ground, things like harriers and other threats can get them. And also, you can go next. You can both stand up if you like. Okay. Do you want to go first? Come down this way a little bit. Put your hand up on that post there. That's the one. Okay. Now they've got an almost insatiable appetite. If any of you have a Labrador or a Retriever, it's pretty much the same with
because they had never had any predators to worry about until people came along. And with people, all these nighttime nasties are now in New Zealand, and 75% of falcons die before they're 1 year old. So that's how many aren't getting to that first year, to that first birthday. So we try and release all of the wingspan birds we can, but sometimes because of their injuries they can't fly, and as I said before, if a falcon can't fly there's no point releasing them back into the wild. But in Millie's case, her parents weren't doing a very good job of looking after the eggs. Here we go. Get this one. I know. Nice close fist, this one. Like Superman, nice and strong, well done. The thing is that not only do New Zealand falcon have lots of predators, they actually have less habitat than what they used to as well. So this is the forest falcon. Their natural habitat would have been New Zealand forest. But since the arrival of people, there's also less forest available now. But we're lucky that these birds are very adaptable. They've learned to do very well in other habitats. All the way. Ah, that's better. There you go. Put that on your left hand. That's it. Well done. I know it looks like I'm favouring the kids. Unashamedly I am. Bottom line, these birds could become extinct in the short term future, and it's going to have to be up to the next generation. No pressure. To be able to save these birds. But there you go. It's not every day that you get to hold a threatened species. So look, now you're a pirate. Well done. Well done. Yeah, there you go. I think Ozzy's doing a quick... Now, perhaps one of the saddest things about these birds is that out of all of the birds that come into Wingspan each year that have been injured, the majority of the falcons have injuries caused by deliberate shooting. This is the reason why we have such a focus towards education and public awareness, and hopefully we try and just change some of those misconceptions about them. But they get themselves into trouble, and it might be with people who keep poultry or domestic pigeons and doves. Falcons can't resist a pigeon. It's like holding a mouse in front of a cat. They can't help themselves. You want your ears pierced, will you? There's one little guy here. I'll come back down here again. Now we are able to offer advice to people on how they might be able to reduce their losses. But at the end of the day, it's not every day. It's not every day that you get a threatened species in your backyard. Would we be so intolerant of a kiwi eating the worms in our garden and then shoot it? I don't think so. In the words of our patron, Ruth Kleinpaster, you can't teach these birds to eat peanut butter sandwiches. So we're going to have to get used to it. If we can't learn how to live with the wildlife, well, where does the wildlife go, eh?